Every time we reject God, we are just like Cain. Cain made a specific decision to reject God's grace. Cain knew what he was rejecting. He was rejecting God, the coming Messiah. They knew about Jesus, that one day Jesus was going to come and take away the sins of the world. And they knew what the Lamb represented. They knew that. Cain made a conscious decision to reject God. And by rejecting God, he rejected Jesus. And because of his rejection of God and what God had for him, he lashed out at things that reminded him of God. Authority, people that are godly. He became a murderer. My thing is this week, be conscious about God offering you things that you don't deserve. What are some things that he offers us since we've become Christians that we don't deserve? Start with Amanda. Salvation. Since we've become Christians that we don't deserve. We'll come back to you. Katie.
The people in our lives.
The people you deserve to be around the people that you're around. You don't deserve them. You deserve to be in hell. That's where all of us deserve to be, right? Yeah. Anything above that is gravy. I really like gravy, I'm sorry. Brody.
Some mercy.
Mercy. Mercy how?
It sounded like a good word at the time.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Mercy, that's awful close to Mercedes, right?
Yeah. I know, that's going on there.
Oh!
Click my name.
I'm sending that into a message to her so she can watch it, you know?
Abby, ways that you reject God's grace every week. Jason.
What was the question again?
How is it that we reject God's grace? God has given us salvation and things that God gives us every week that we reject.
Okay, I have one. I just forgot it. 1 second. Hang on.
Let me zoom in.
Get my laptop out of the way.
You trim those sideburns.
No, I got it. Hang on. Oh, dang it. Can't skip me. I'm sorry.
Spencer.
I would say just because even though that we're saved, we still have our sinful nature in us that sometimes, it battles with us and it tries to win out. And when we let it win, we give in to things that we shouldn't and that are wrong.
Yeah, but what specifically do we give into? Jason.
Oh, just that something we don't deserve is like our forgiveness.
Yeah, we don't
You
deserve
said.
that.
That's
God
what
forgives us. Every time we sin, God forgives us. But sometimes we don't ask for forgiveness and we reject that.
Yeah.
You're rejecting God. What about you, Chuck?
Say the question again.
What are some things every week that we reject from God? God's grace. We've already been saved, but besides salvation, we're Christians, we're already saved, but we're still rejecting God's grace every week, every day.
We reject the time we get to spend with Him. Like I heard a sermon by that one guy me and Jason were talking about. I forgot his name. Tony Nolan. Talking about how, one of the great things about salvation is that, back in the day they couldn't talk to God like we could. They had to go in the holies of holies, and not just anyone could go in there, and it was a big deal. When Christ died, the curtain was rent. The veil. So now we have open communion with God, and most of us don't take advantage of that like we should. And I think that's something we don't take advantage of. And
just ruined that sermon for me.
I didn't know they couldn't do that.
oh,
Like
Mm-mm.
Our relationship with, before we're saved is completely fractured. And by us not praying and spending time with God, we're rejecting something that we don't deserve. We are openly rejecting God's grace. Do you have anything, Amanda? Rejecting awesome movies from God, like Lord of the Rings, maybe.
Wow.
I thought we established
We're gonna get to
that
heaven.
was
He's gonna have like a movie night. It's gonna be like Return of the Jedi, not Return of the King.
Since Star Wars is basically Buddhism, that'll probably be in the other place.
I'm pretty sure they don't have movie night in the other place.
So stupid.
Don't you like
No, they do, and they just watch
I hate
things
Lord
like.
of the Rings and Star Wars.
But which is better in your opinion? Which is less worse?
Neither.
What?
Star Wars.
Anyway,
Lord of the Rings is more interesting.
There we go.
Yay.
What is interesting about Lord of the Rings?
Star Wars is like some loser fest with like a. Can't explain it. It's so stupid.
Star Wars has freaking awesome video games.
Okay.
That's all I'm
Yes,
saying.
Lego Star Wars.
I'm going to pray, and
Battlefront. Come
then we
on.
will continue the Star Wars Lord of the Rings blood feud.
That's what it is. 'Cause someone's gonna die.
Dear God, give me strength and skill to be able to convince these infidels of the awesomeness of Lord of the Rings. But seriously, God, I thank you for bringing us all here safely. I pray that you'd help us all just to accept you and all of you and not just pick and choose. And help us all to love one another. In Jesus' name, amen.
My argument is that while Star Wars may have some Buddhist elements, it has all the Christian elements also. While Lord of the Rings has hardly any Christian elements or any element.
The Providence.
Providence.
If you read the books, it makes sense to you. Seriously, if you read